Harry, how are you? How are we doing? I think he's okay. Okay guys, so hello, welcome again to my channel. My name is Andy and I talk about language learning and books and singing. Well, I don't talk about singing, I do the singing sometimes. Today I am here because it is spooky time, Halloween. It's just around the corner and just in a few days. And throughout this month, I've been doing some spooky reading. I love anything spooky, eerie, horror, everything. I love it. We don't really celebrate Halloween here in Brazil, but you know, we're aware of it. It's in the movies, it's in the media, it's everywhere. So I was really excited to do a video about books because I haven't done one yet in my video. Oh, in my channel, I mean. So that's why we're here today. I recorded throughout this month little clips here and there when I was reading. The thing is, I was reading a Stephen King collection, like short story collection book last month. So like end of September. I read it like the last week. I got it and I was like really going through it and reading it. So I was reading that and I thought it would be cool to make a little like spooky reading of the month or something. But it was already the 18th of October and I was like, okay, I don't know how many books I can read until the end of the month because I'm not that person that reads like 10 books in a month. I'm not. One day, maybe. So I was like, okay, but I really wanted to do a video about this. Harry, you're falling down. Please behave. Thank you. So there's two books that I've been wanting to read, like classic gothic / horror type of books that I have that I haven't read. I kind of know all about them because I study about them in college, in my English literature, I don't remember. And I really wanted to read them, but I've never got around to it. And these are, Harry, I'm gonna have to put you down, I'm so sorry. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, which we all know, right? Kind of the story. And this is, I'm gonna say the name wrong, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I don't know why, I thought it was Jekyll, but it's not Jekyll. That's weird. How do you say it? I should have looked that up before I started the video. But anyways, y'all know what story I'm talking about. By Robert Louis Stevenson. I don't know if it's Louis or Louis Stevenson. Oh my god. Stevenson. It's right here in the book. So these are the two classics that I read. These two books are actually collections, so they have like other short stories by the authors in these editions, but I only read Frankenstein and then Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I need to learn how to say those names. And I want to talk a little bit about them, especially Frankenstein. I have some thoughts. And of course, Stephen King. I love it so much. So let's go. You know, like just a reading vlog. Hope you guys like it. I love reading. I love literature. And I love talking about it. I don't have many people to talk about it around me. So this is kind of my escape, I guess. So I hope you like it. Let's go. So I just realized that I only have like today to finish Frankenstein. And then I only have 2 days to finish. Oh my god, I forgot the name. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Is that how you say it? Whatever. And I don't know if I can do it. Because I want to get the video up before Halloween. Otherwise, it won't be a Halloween reading, little video vlog. I'm like, I can finish Frankenstein today, but then I don't know if I can finish the other one in 2 days. So let's see. If I don't, I'll be very disappointed because I do want to talk about these books. I'm loving Frankenstein and I have some thoughts, lots of thoughts. So yeah, let's go. I have to finish this book today. Somewhere in the haze, got a sense of being betrayed. Okay, so the first one I read was, like I said, Stephen King's. This is a pretty big book. It is The Bazaar of Bad Dreams, I think in English. I read it and it's in Portuguese. And I really liked it. This is only the second King book that I read, and I'm saying book because it's actually short stories, and I really loved his writing in these short stories. I put some of my favorites here. And yeah, there's not much to talk about because like all of the short stories are very different. But I'm really liking how King describes kind of like humanity in this, because he has the supernatural sometimes in his stories, not all of them, which was surprising, but still very human. He has a very, almost like very too realistic way sometimes of showing like how greedy we can be, how stupid we can be, how money really kind of makes our world go round, right? When you need it really badly and all the things that you end up doing for it. So I really, really enjoy it. I really, really enjoy it. And I really want to read more of his books. The next one I'm thinking it's probably Misery that I want to read. Just because I like the whole writer, it's kind of meta. I actually have a video that I started doing 2020. It was supposed to be like the first Stephen King book that I read. I never got around to finishing it, but maybe I'll put it back together and I'll do it. I still have some like videos from it, so I'm becoming a huge King fan. I mean, I kind of already am because I love the movies and the adaptations, but like his writing too. Okay, so Frankenstein, I really liked it. It was a pretty fast read, not too complicated, and I really enjoy the story. I just have one question. Does anyone actually like Victor Frankenstein? Because, oh boy. I mean, I'm not talking about his characterization. Of course, it's very well done. But as a person, he's just not it, is he? Very selfish, doesn't really take much responsibility for the things he does. And it's just like, he's very much like, oh, nobody feels bigger pain than I do, and yada yada. And it's kind of like, come on. I mean, he creates the monster, which he calls it the monster before he even knows, before the creature even does anything, just based on his appearance, which he is the one who made it, Victor. So he knew what he was gonna look like, and he just leaves this creature who doesn't know anything about, like just came back to life to fend for himself. And he doesn't worry, like, oh, because he calls the monster, the creature, evil from the start, from the get-go. But then he just, when he leaves, when he comes back to his house and the monster is not there anymore, he's just like relieved. He doesn't really think about, like, well, maybe I just unleashed something I shouldn't, around the town. So yeah, but I love how we can see through his character the whole, this greed, I guess, for, being recognized. He really wants to make this big scientific discovery, and he wants to be the one to do it, and he wants all the credit and only him. And that's something that's very human, isn't it? We've seen it through history plenty of times, and we still see it. But yeah, so it's really interesting. But I actually saw myself feeling more sympathetic, I guess, for the monster, for the creature, than Victor himself, to be honest. Because there's a point in the story where the point of view is shifted. So we now see the story through, or read the story through the monster's eyes, like what he's been through. And when he's telling, like, how abandoned he was by Victor, and he didn't know anything, he didn't even know how to talk, and his creator just left him, you feel for him, Then he kind of goes downhill because he starts killing people. But yeah, I really loved the book, and I would definitely read it again. So that was for Frankenstein. Okay, so slight change of point of view here. There's a lot of noise going around me here today. It's been kind of hard to do this video, but let's talk about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Yeah, I had to look it up how to pronounce it. Apparently there's some debate, but I'm just gonna go with what I found, which is Jekyll, I guess. But guys, I'm in love with this edition. It's so pretty. I think I show a clip on the video. But yeah, I loved it. Again, pretty fast read, but I really enjoyed it. I knew about the story because, like I said at the beginning, I study about it in uni, so I knew the story that Jekyll and Hyde were one and the same. But I still enjoyed the story very much. It kept me like engaged with the story, so I just like was reading really fast, and I really loved it. So yeah, I don't have much to say about it, I guess. Again, another scientist slash doctor who flies too close to the sun. So it's on theme. It's been hard today. There's so much noise. How you doing, Harry? Yeah, guys, I'm gonna finish this video here. Harry, do you wanna say bye? It's being a little bit difficult today. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and happy Halloween. I'll see you next time. Bye. Why did I do that? Nobody does that anymore.